Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to meet some incredible talents. People who push past boundaries and make the impossible look easy. All right, let's dive in. The calm surface of the suddenly became angry, swallowing the boat loaded with bright red bricks. In just a fateful moment, the heavily laden boat swayed and capsized. The bricks shattered and fell into the whirlpool. A terrifying moment tore apart the peaceful morning on the gentle river. The giant sand mining boat, accustomed to heavy trips, suddenly lost control and was swept away by the fierce current like a leaf. It crashed straight into the sturdy bridge, a structure that stood tall as a witness to history. Oh God, what a shame for the giant ship. In the middle of the vast ocean, the calm water suddenly became violently stormy. Two giant ships, giants of steel, crashed into each other with terrifying force. The sound of the collision tore through the quiet space, echoing like thunder. Hit the notification bell to be the first to watch new videos. The collision was not just a clash of metal, but a battle between fate and chance. Screams were heard, debris flew, and terror was written all over the faces of the seafarers.
Phía ngoài còn 2-3 chiếc nha, 3-4 chiếc luôn, khá là cổng nha. Đây, anh này lên luôn.
The heavily laden barge, groaning under the weight of its cargo of stones, pointed its bow toward the narrow mouth of the waterlock. The air crackled with straining engines as the helmsman expertly maneuvered the ship, the rough-hewn stones shifting lightly in their holds. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and especially subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest videos from us. The massive ship, once a proud giant of the waves, now lay there, its vast hull broken and groaning under the relentless assault of the sea. A massive black shadow slowly appeared on the horizon, growing larger and larger until a towering monster of steel and wood entered the view. The jet black hull, towering like a moving cliff, proudly parted the waves, creating violent white foam waves.
Stop, bro, stop! Vậy luôn kìa. Anh biết cái gì đi?
Hit the notification bell to be the first to watch new videos. The waves rolled in violently. The sea monsters roared, tossing the small boats like toys. The normally calm sea turned violent, forming huge walls of water that crashed down, drowning everything in white foam.
Uma parte dele que estava submersa ela já está em cima já. Ó.
A giant oil tanker, the pride of the seas, was now just a dark shadow sinking into the depths of the ocean. The calm sea was suddenly torn apart by the terrifying sound of shattering metal. Hit the notification bell to be the first to watch new videos. A screech ripped through the silence of the vast ocean. Suddenly, two giant ships, seemingly invulnerable giants of steel, crashed into each other with terrifying force. The giant barge, seemingly invulnerable, fell victim to a horrific collision as it attempted to pass through a culvert. The sound of metal tearing through the air, mixed with the
Chào các
roar
bạn,
of rushing
trong những
water,
video trước có
echoed
làm một cái
throughout
video
the river.
tổng hợp lại những vụ va chạm kinh hoàng khi các phương tiện đó là tàu ghe và xà lan di chuyển qua các cống đập ngăn mặn của Trà Vinh. Do có nhiều sự va chạm và nguy hiểm tại đây nên là những cái cửa cống này được mệnh danh là cửa cống tử thần. Và trong video này mình sẽ tiếp tục tổng hợp lại những vụ va chạm kinh hoàng tại những cống đập này cho các bạn cùng xem. Đi ngoài vô, này ở ngoài đi vô.
Trời ơi, cái gì hả?
Ghe tàu chạy qua ra vô vậy đó.
The heavily loaded cargo ship suddenly collided with a ship loaded with toxic chemicals, cyanide. The fire flared up fiercely, engulfing everything in a sea of black smoke. Rescue efforts took place in a suffocating atmosphere, amid the risk of explosion and serious environmental pollution.
Ой, влетели. Yes.
Tugboat's going down. Oh.
The giant ship Felicity Ace, as long as 2 football fields carrying nearly 4,000 luxury cars, suddenly became a giant torch in the middle of the vast ocean. Fire licked the ship's hull. Black smoke billowed into the sky, turning the supercars worth millions of dollars into worthless coals. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and especially subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest videos from us. A giant ship, the pride of the ocean, now lies tilted, slowly sinking to the bottom of the deep sea. The water roars, swallowing what is left of its greatness. The vast ocean, which was usually calm, suddenly became violently angry. The waves roared and rolled as if they wanted to swallow everything. In the pitch-black night, two giant ships suddenly crashed into each other. The terrifying sound of the collision tore through the silence. The ship's hull shook violently, as if struck by an earthquake. Under the deep water, the boat loaded with heavy golden sand, now just a blurry silhouette, gradually disappearing. The tiny grains of sand, once the pride of the boat, now quietly blend into the water, creating a mysterious mist. In the vast East Sea, two ships suddenly lost control and crashed into each other, creating a scene that was both chaotic and breathtaking. The massive hull of the ship shook violently. The terrifying sound of metal tearing through the air echoed through the quiet space of the ocean. A screech rent the still air over the water as the two ships slammed into each other with terrible force. Steel crunched, wood splintered, and masts collapsed like felled giants. The water rushing from the sewer seemed to swallow the small boats that were struggling to resist. Foam was flying around the sides of the boats as the sailors struggled to steer, the oars paddling in the water, powerless against the ferocious force of the current.
Thì đây là một phần của mũi ghe đã bị hư hỏng do va chạm vào cửa cống các bạn. Bây giờ thì chiếc ghe gỗ đã tiếp tục tăng tốc vào cửa cống lần thứ 3 này.
Oh my god, those terrible ship collisions. Imagine the terrifying scene of giant steel ships crashing into each other in the vast ocean. The deafening screech of metal rips through the air, echoing like the angry roar of the ocean. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and especially subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest videos from us. Two small boats, alone in the vast ocean, now became reluctant dancers of the ocean's fury. Without rudders or sails to guide them, they were thrown up and down, rocking violently to the frenzied rhythm of the waves. The ship, which had once sailed proudly through the waves, was now a dark shadow drifting in the middle of the ocean. The tall masts swayed, like desperate arms reaching out for help. The hull cracked, and the salty seawater poured in, swallowing everything.
Dầu ạ. Ôi. Dầu ạ.
The man, with calloused hands gripping the steering wheel tightly, his eyes steadfastly piercing the stormy rain. The small boat swayed violently among the ferocious waves, as if it would be swallowed up at any moment.
Hancur.
Deep in the heart of the old forest, a giant truck like a mechanical monster is diligently devouring precious ironwood trunks. Sunlight penetrates the dense canopy, drawing magical streaks of light on the rough bark, which will soon be neatly placed on the truck bed.
Một khúc cua tay áo cực kỳ là gắt luôn.
thank you for watching. I hope these moments will help you relax after a stressful day at work. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. Goodbye, and see you again.